something. All right, I'd like to call this meeting of the Board of Zoning Appeals to order. If everybody just bow your head real quick, I'll say a quick invocation. Dear Lord, I just want to thank you for this opportunity to serve the city of Anderson. Please, during this pandemic, we also ask that you keep people safe and put your healing hands on those that are afflicted. We ask this in your name. Amen. All right. Let's see. Any addenda to the agenda?
No, sir. Nothing else to add tonight.
All right. Everybody has a copy of the minutes of September 10th. Any additions or corrections? We have a motion to approve the minutes.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All right. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. All right. And the minutes are approved. We'll go straight into the public hearings. AA 2101, a request for a variance to allow a second electrical meter at 904 Canfield Road.
Yes, sir. This is the house at 904 Canfield. The applicant is requesting approval to install a second electric meter on the property. The applicant has constructed a storage building on the site. So the house is here. The storage building is kind of back here. In the future, there's plans for a pool and pool building in this area as well, which is relevant to the request tonight as well. The power for these additional improvements will come off this new meter as well. So you have a meter that will serve the outbuilding, the pool, and the pool building in the future. This is the current meter on the house. And then this is the building in the back. Now, there has been a meter box placed on it, but we've held up the installation of it until the meeting here tonight. Staff does feel that there is a physical hardship on the property that would merit the additional meter. There are a number of large trees in this area that may interfere with additional overhead lines being run to the building and future pool. Large trees in the concrete driveway also interfere with the trench line going from the house to the new building. You'd be digging up roots for these trees and potentially damaging the trees. They have the trench line through there. The Anderson City Code states that any property zoned single family may only have one electric meter on the property. This is so that single family houses are not converted to duplexes. The code does state that the Board of Zoning Appeals may grant relief from this provision. The applicant is therefore requesting a variance from this provision so that he can install the second meter in the garage to storage building. Again, we are recommending approval of this request. Clearly, there's not any possibility of residential use of the structure, and the new meter would power this and additional future improvements in the area. So, with that, I'm happy to answer any questions you have for staff, and the applicant is here tonight as well.
What did you just say about that? That was going to be my question. You said something about residential use.
Right. One of the reasons that rule is in place is actually not even in the zoning; it's just in the general city code, but to make sure that you're not converting a house into a duplex or apartments or trying to create a business that would not normally be allowed in a single-family residential district.
Okay.
So we look at it two ways. We look at that aspect of it, and then we also look at the physical prospect of getting the line from the house to the structure. So it's kind of a two-part test from our viewpoint.
So there would be no need to put a provision in there to say prevent some kind of future residential use off this meter, right?
Correct. Right. I mean, the zoning wouldn't allow it, and clearly what they've installed here will not meet residential standards. So.
Okay. That was going to be my question. So.
Yeah.
Any other questions for board? Any staff? You're the applicant?
Yes.
All right. Does anybody want to ask the applicant any questions? Is there any discussion amongst the board? And you're welcome to state your case. You don't have to, but I don't know what the opinion of the board is.
Well, I'll need to recuse myself from the vote, so.
Okay. Ellen, I think, is working, doing some remodeling, so it's a separate issue, but I'm doing some work, so recused. I mean, you can still get in, you just don't vote, right? You still get discussion, I would imagine. Well, what's the pleasure of the board then? Olin, do you have any? All right, you want to make a motion?
Sure. I'd like to make a motion that we approve the second meter.
All right, you have a second? Okay. All right, I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. You get your meter. It is approved.
So that would be 301 with one abstention. So,
Excuse me?
3 in favor with 1 abstention.
Right. All right, any addenda?
Sir, that's
And a
it.
motion to adjourn?
Yes.
And a second? Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. We are adjourned.